He's celebrating, of course, the first anniversary of his engagement to the absolutely delectable Olivia Jean, who was on the was just the best dressed brolly girl of the lot, having rejected the official Viru Alstara outfit for her own little white halter mini dress.
Well, she is a bit upset with him at the minute because he promised her this year, before the season started, when he got his first win, that he would buy her a pair of expensive Christian Louboutin. Now, I don't know what their shoes are, but he'd buy her a pair of expensive shoes, and he hasn't done so yet.
Here comes the Aprilia. Again, Max Biaggi looking for a way past into turn 2, but Toseland has the line covered. Just. Interestingly, Troy Corser has regrouped here behind these two. It looks as if he dropped off them initially, James, but he's now recaptured his form, and he's come back onto them.
I tell you who has regrouped a little bit as well, and I think he's catching. He's Jonathan Ray.
And that would be some ride from Jonathan, because he was way back early on.
Somehow Jonathan never makes it easy for himself. No. He always has a battle to get to wherever he's going.
Toseland doesn't look. He doesn't look on that. We know it's pretty brutal on these mid-speed corners to deal with the Yamaha, and it doesn't look as if it's comfortable for him to hold the line as it is for Biaggi on the Aprilia.
Yeah, and in fact, Crutchlow, I was chatting with him at some length, and he says the Yamaha it's really fast. They've had to settle the power down, knock the power off in the first 3 or 4 gears to stop it wheeling and being too aggressive. But what he says is it's physically a difficult bike to ride, especially around a little tight, twisty circuit like this. You know, it's not easy to ride. You've got to kind of manfully kind of muscle it round. No, you can't just sit on it like well, the man there, number 3, Max Biaggi, seems to be able to do on that Aprilia, but that's half of it is his style, I've got to say.
Number 91, Haslam leads the way. Look at the Aprilia. Yes. And the Aprilia tries to knock it on Toseland, and he does. He slides through to rounds of applause from the Spanish grandstand. But straight away, Toseland is back to try and set up a pass in turn 2. Can't do it. The Aprilia's gone.
Yeah,
it's wide. The Aprilia's wide. No! Get back to the action.
What are we looking at that for?
Oh, absolutely no idea.
And he did get back.
Oh, dear me. OK, here we go. Number 52, Toseland. Number 3, Biaggi. There was a man who looked worryingly close to death, actually, in the background in the garage there. I know some of those lads are getting on a bit. Number 11, Troy Corser is right with these two again.
You know who's benefiting from this little scrap here?
Jonathan Ray and Troy Corser.
No, Jonathan Ray and Leon Haslam. No, Leon Haslam.
Oh, Leon Haslam.
He's pulled about another second on him in this lap when they've been scrapping with each other.
He's got a 2-second gap. Let's see how it compares on this next lap. You're right, he had half a second on these two guys on the last lap. We'll check out times because we're just coming up to half race distance here, so we'll check it all out as they cross the line. We're watching this fierce duel between James Toseland, a double world champion, and quadruple 250 Grand Prix world champion.
Hager's been sucked along with Ray, and I think Hager's having a look at Ray now.
Hager looks, he's looking well settled into this race, and he's getting his gander up as well. He likes this place, and he's suddenly seen Jonathan as a likely target. So we complete the 10th lap out of 23. The leader, Leon Haslam, by 2.8 seconds from James Toseland and Max Biaggi and Troy Corser. Then Jonathan Ray versus Norrie Hager. Carl Crutchlow, Lorenzo Lanzi is in 8th place. Tom Sykes. No, Quintoli, where's Sykes? Quintoli and Jakob Smerge. Sykes has been pushed back to 11th. Quintoli making an astonishing recovery.
Yeah, Quintoli's flying. He's actually lapping quicker than the 3 riders in front of him as well. He's not stopped there.
This is Jonathan Ray versus Noriyuki Haga.
Look at that.
Norrie.
Haslam pulled another 8.8, almost a second on that last lap.
Well, he's lapping at 35.3, and those two guys behind him, because these two are pushing one another so hard and offline so much, they're doing 36.2.
I think those times for them, last lap was a bit false because they were beating each other up.
Because Corser behind them is just in the 35s, Hager's as well into the 35s. It's intriguing, and Corser, of course, is encouraged because he's right back with the duel for 2nd and 3rd place. Zaus 13th, 14th, Lucas Scassa having another good outing on his Ducati ahead of Andrew Pitt on the right wagon BMW.
Well, I get that more than 3 seconds. Haslam's lead, we'll see in a minute. Crutchlow's wanting to join the party of Hager and Ray.
crackling down into the final turn. Across the line, Toseland, number 52, number 3 Biaggi on that bright red, green and white Alitalia back to Aprilia. Oh, James, this swing worries me.
It just looks to be pushing so hard into the corners.
So was Hager. Hager was almost on the green turf in the background. And 3.3 seconds the advantage now for Leon Haslam, number 91.
Yep.
Haslam at the moment has made the advantage and the race look potentially his own, but he knows that the unknown territory comes with the second half of the race. He says it's gone. There is Norrie Hager has found a way past Jonathan Rea. So Hager on the Xerox Ducati makes a move on the Hans-Peter Carter Honda, moves through into 5th place.
And there it was. That's it.
Jonathan a bit wide.
Yep.
Norrie, you don't go wide when Norrie's about.
Look at Jonathan, didn't give up though.
No.
Leaned right back on Hager.
Well, Leon Haslam was worried about the Ducatis and Max Biaggi before the weekend ever began, and at the moment he's not getting too bothered by any of them. This is the duel for second.
He's in a really sort of fortunate position, is Haslam now. Over 3 seconds, you've got the time, you've got the gap to kind of conserve your tyres a bit and, you know, respond if you need to do. You don't need to push that hard now. You can think about his riding. He's got a bit of a gap. He can think about smoothing out.
You're right, James, because he's just dropped it by about 4 tenths there, but 35.6
maintains the gap.
A couple of tenths quicker than Toseland and Biaggi.
Yep. Watch your lap signals, conserve your rear tyre especially, and just kind of smooth out. You've got time to do that. You're not rushed by the group behind.
Hager 35.4. He's the man who's gaining on those boys in front. Jonathan Rea, though, matched this time. And the other man well in the 35s is Guintoli in 9th place.
Oh, and he has a look every single lap there. Round turn 3 goes really wide and tries to get up the inside into turn 4. It's never worked for him, though, I've got to say.
And Toseland's making himself, with those magnificent elbows, he's making himself very wide, and he's using the right part of the track.
He is a kind of big, sort of broad lad, and you watch his elbows, he grabs the throttle, and you can see it's all, he looks to be aggressive, because you look there, the elbow popped up, and you'll see it pop down in a minute.
Quite Spies-like, really.
Yeah, very much so, yeah. You can actually see what he's doing with the throttle.
We like riders like, well, I do. I like to be able to see what's going on.
Yeah, this is a good thing about watching bike racing compared to car racing. Now you see what these guys are going through, you know. Corsa super consistent on the BMW, just sitting in there. And how good is it that Corsa can do that year after year after year, regardless of age or machine he's on, any kind of machine. You know, he's just a quick rider.
That's Troy Gordon Corsa, number 11. This is his 336th World Superbike race. 128 podiums, and I'll tell you what, he could yet make this 129.
Yeah. He's just, Corsa's one of them, always has been, just a fast rider. It's almost effortless to him, you know, to go this fast.
Yeah. Toseland in a 173rd World Superbike race, 57 podiums. Can he make it 58 here today? 16 race wins.
And I think Toseland's quite the opposite. There's a man who he's had to be really determined and focused and train hard and work hard to be as quick as he is. You know, I think Toseland's done a lot of what he's achieved through just hard work. You know.
Yeah.